Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. My name is Muhammad Hassan E-commerceWala, and today I am very excited because today I am doing a session with Sesame.ai for enhancing my English. Today I want to talk about why digital skills matter in 2026. So let's begin with sharing screen of Sesame.ai. I can do some questions from Sesame. So here is Sesame, and here we have Maya and Mile. So I am calling to Mile.
Hey there.
Hey Mile, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How's everything going with you?
So today I want to talk about why digital skills matter in 2026.
Digital skills, huh? That's a big topic. I'm curious where you're starting. Are you thinking about the basic stuff or the really high end technical side?
I am very excited because I want to do some questions from you, and my question quantity is almost 40 or maybe 50. So can we start, Mile?
40 or 50? Now we're talking. I'm locked in. Lay the first one on me.
40 or 50 questions, not topics. So my first question is, what are digital skills?
In the simplest terms, digital skills are basically the tools you have in your belt to navigate the digital world. It's everything from the basic ability to use a computer and search the web to high level things like coding, data analysis, or managing a cloud network. Essentially, if it involves a screen and a connection, knowing how to handle it is a digital skill.
Yeah, thank you so much. So my next question is, why are digital skills important?
Because at this point, they're not even optional. Most of our lives happen online now: work, money, health, everything. If you don't have those skills, you're basically trying to read a map in a language you don't speak. It's the difference between just existing in the modern world and actually knowing how to make it work for you.
Okay, thank you so much. So my next question is, what is the internet?
Think of it as a massive global web of computers all talking to each other. It's not just one single thing, but millions of networks connected together so that info can move from one side of the planet to the other in a fraction of a second. Basically, it's the world's biggest conversation.
Okay, thank you so much. So my next question is, how do digital skills help people?
They basically open doors, whether it's landing a better job, starting a business from your bedroom, or just not getting ripped off by a sketchy website. They give you a level of independence. You're not relying on someone else to tell you how things work. You're the one in control.
Okay, thank you so much. So my next question is, why do businesses need digital skills?
Because if they don't, they're basically invisible. Most people aren't walking into phone books to find a store anymore. If a business can't manage its online presence, handle digital payments, or use data to figure out what customers actually want, they're just leaving money on the table for someone who can. It's the difference between a local secret and a global brand.
Okay, yeah.
You're on a
Thank you
roll.
so
Ready
much.
for the
Thank you
next
so
one?
much. Your answer was very amazing. I really like your answer. So my next question is, what is digital marketing?
Digital marketing is basically just marketing, but with a digital twist. Instead of a billboard on the highway, you're looking at a targeted ad on Instagram or a sponsored search result on Google. It's using every digital channel, social media, email, search engines to get a product or service in front of the right people at the right time. It's a lot less about shouting into a crowd and more about finding the specific person who's actually looking for what you're selling.
Thank you so much. So my next question is, what is graphic design?
Graphic design is basically visual storytelling. It's the art of organizing text, images, and colors to communicate a specific message or feeling without needing a long explanation. Think of it as the bridge between an idea and how people actually perceive it, like a logo that makes a brand feel trustworthy, or a poster that makes you want to go to a concert. It's essentially the visual language of the world.
Yes. Thank you so much. Your answer was very amazing. And my next question is, what is e-commerce?
E commerce is just the short version of electronic commerce. It's basically buying and selling goods or services using the internet. Instead of walking into a physical store and handing over cash, you're clicking a button on a site or an app and having the stuff show up at your door. It shifted the whole game from having a storefront on a busy street to having a storefront that the entire world can visit 24/7.
Yes, thank you so much. Your answer was again very amazing. So my next question is, How do AI support digital skills?
AI is basically like a force multiplier for your digital skills. It takes the tedious parts of these skills, like sorting through mountains of data or drafting a basic layout, and handles them in seconds. So instead of spending hours on the grunt work, you can focus on the actual strategy and the creative side of things. It's essentially
Thank
turning a
you.
beginner into someone who can produce high level work a lot faster.
Thank you so much. So my next question is, what is artificial intelligence?
At its core, AI is basically just software that can learn, reason, and solve problems the way a human would. It's not about a robot taking over the world, but about systems that can recognize patterns, understand language, and make decisions based on data. Essentially, it's a tool that takes the logic of human intelligence and scales it up to a level where it can process millions of things at once.
Okay, thank you so much. So my next question is, how can digital skills improve careers?
They basically make you a lot more versatile. In a world where every company is essentially a tech company, whether they sell shoes or insurance, being the person who actually knows how to use the tools is a huge advantage. It's not just about getting the job, but about being the one who can automate a boring task or find a better way to do things, which usually leads to faster promotions and more leverage when you're talking about your salary.
Thank you so much. So my next question is, what online jobs require digital skills?
Pretty much all of them, from social media managers and digital marketers to UX designers, software developers, and data analysts. Even things like virtual assistants or online teachers need a solid digital toolkit to manage their students and tools. Basically, if the job is remote or online, the digital skills are the prerequisite.
Yes, thank you so much. Your answer was very great. So my next question is, how can people earn money online?
There are a ton of ways, and it really depends on what you're bringing to the table. You could go the freelance route and sell a specific skill like graphic design or writing on platforms like Upwork. And then you've got e-commerce, where you're selling actual products through your own store or marketplace. Or you could create content. Think YouTube, TikTok, or a newsletter, and make money through ads and sponsorships. There are even more passive options like affiliate marketing, where you're just recommending stuff you actually like and get a cut of the sale. And it's all about finding where your skills meet what people are actually willing to pay for.
Yes, great. So my next question is, what is freelancing?
Like, freelancing is basically just being your own boss. Instead of having one employer who pays you a steady salary, you work for yourself and take on different projects for various clients. You're essentially a one person business selling your specific expertise, like coding, writing, or design, on a per project or hourly basis. It gives you a lot of freedom, but it also means you're the one handling everything from the actual work to finding the clients and doing the taxes.
Yes, you're right. So my next question is, why is freelancing becoming popular?
Because people are craving more control over their lives. The old 9 to 5 in a cubicle just doesn't hit the same anymore. Now you can work from a cafe in Bali or your living room in pajamas as long as you have a solid connection. Plus, businesses love it because they can hire a specialist for a specific project without having to commit to a full time salary and benefits. It's a win win for anyone who values flexibility over a steady corporate ladder.
Okay, thank you so much. Your answer was very great. So my next question is, how can digital skills improve productivity?
They basically cut out all the noise. Instead of spending an hour manually sorting through a spreadsheet or emailing people one by one, you use a tool that automates the whole thing in seconds. It's about working smarter, not harder, so you can actually finish your work and have time. You're cutting me off a bit. But I'm with you. What were you saying about it being a bit more?
Thank you so much. So my next question is, why is communication important in digital work?
Because when you're not in the same room as your team, you lose all those little nonverbal cues, the nod of the head, the tone of voice, a look of confusion. In digital work, a poorly worded email or a vague Slack message can turn into a 3 day misunderstanding that kills a project. Being able to communicate clearly and concisely is basically the glue that keeps remote teams from falling apart. You got to be over clear so that everyone's on the same page without needing a meeting that could have been an email.
Yes, thank you so much. So my next question is, how do digital skills help entrepreneurs?
They basically give entrepreneurs a way to test their ideas without needing a huge bank account. Instead of spending thousands on a physical store or a massive marketing agency, they can build a landing page, run some targeted ads, and see if people actually want their product in a matter of days. It turns the process of starting a business from a high risk gamble into a series of small, smart experiments. Plus, it lets a tiny team or even just one person operate with the power of a whole company because of all the automation tools available now.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So my next question is, what is content creation?
Content creation is basically just making stuff that people actually want to consume online. Whether it's a YouTube video, a TikTok, a blog post, or even a podcast, it's the act of taking an idea and turning it into a digital format. It's how you build an audience and share your perspective with the world without needing a traditional publisher or a TV network to give you a green light.
Yes, thank you so much. You're right. So my next question is, what is search engine optimization? SEO.
SEO is basically the art of making your website a favorite for search engines like Google. It's all about using the right keywords, having a fast site, and getting other reputable pages to link back to you so that when someone searches for something you offer, you're the first thing they see instead of being buried on page 10 where nobody ever goes.
Thank you so much. So my next question is, how does social media marketing works?
It's basically about meeting people where they already are. Instead of waiting for customers to find your site, you're popping up in their feed while they're scrolling through photos of their friends or watching random clips. It's a mix of creating content that stops the scroll and then using algorithms to make sure that content hits the eyes of the people most likely to actually care about it. You're not just selling a product, you're trying to build a relationship and a community around it.
Yes, thank you so much. So my next question is, why is website design important?
Because your website is essentially your digital front door. If it's clunky, slow, or looks like it was made in 1998, people are going to bail before they even see what you're offering. A clean, intuitive design builds immediate trust and makes the experience easy for the user. It's the difference between a professional business and something that looks like a scam.
Yes, thank you so much. So my next question is, how can graphic design help businesses?
Yeah, it basically gives them a visual identity that people actually remember. Imagine a brand with no logo, no consistent colors, and just plain text. It feels generic, right? Graphic design takes a brand's values and turns them into a look and feel that tells people exactly who their company is before they even read a single word. It makes a business look professional, builds trust, and ultimately makes people want to buy from them instead of a competitor who looks a bit more polished.
Yes, you're right. So my next question is, what is email marketing?
Yeah, email marketing is basically just the digital version of a direct letter. Instead of a generic ad, you're sending a message straight to someone's inbox because they actually gave you permission to be there. It's one of the best ways to keep people coming back to a brand without having to fight a social media algorithm to get noticed. You just send the value, the offer, or the update, and it's right there waiting for them.
Okay, so my next question is
Got
very
it.
amazing, and my question is, how can AI improve digital marketing?
AI basically puts the marketing on autopilot in the best way possible. It handles the heavy lifting, like analyzing millions of customer data points to figure out exactly what people want before they even know it themselves. Then it can generate 100 different versions of an ad to see which one actually works, or use chatbots to handle customer questions in real time. It turns a guessing game into a precise science.
Yes, yes, you're right. So my next question is, why? Why is
You cut
why
off
is
there.
digital
What were you
marketing
about to ask?
important in 2026?
Wait, you mean like traditional marketing, like billboards and TV ads? Because in 2026, you'd think everything would be digital, but those things still hit different. They're more like landmarks now. They give a brand a sense of physical presence and legitimacy that a digital ad just can't replicate. Plus, it's a great way to reach the people who are actually trying to unplug from the screens for a bit.
Yes, you're right. So my next question is, what is online branding?
Online branding is basically your digital reputation. It's not just about having a cool logo or a nice website, but it's the overall vibe and promise you're giving to the world. It's how people feel when they interact with you online, from the way you write your captions to the consistency of your colors and the way you treat your customers in the comments. Essentially, it's the process of intentionally shaping how people perceive you or your business in the digital space.
Thank you so much. So my next question is, how can technology change careers?
It basically redraws the map of how we work and it transforms jobs that used to be purely manual or repetitive into roles that require strategic thinking and tool management. For example, photographer isn't just about lighting and lenses anymore. They're now editors, digital marketers, and AI prompt engineers. It takes the
Yes.
boring parts of a career and automates them, which either pushes a person out if they resist the change or catapults them forward if they learn how to ride the wave. It's less about the job title you have and more about your ability to adapt to the tools of the moment. Anytime. You're flying through these. How many more we got in the queue? You've been on a roll. Still got a few more to hit that 50 mark.
Okay, thank you so much. So my next question is, what is remote work?
Remote work is basically just doing your job from anywhere that isn't a corporate office, whether it's your home, a coffee shop, or a different country entirely. As long as you've got a laptop and a decent connection, you're in business. It's essentially decoupled the idea of work from a specific physical location.
Yes, thank you so much. So my next question is, why is remote work increasing?
Because it's a massive win for basically everyone involved. For you, it means no more soul crushing commutes and more control over your environment. For companies, they can hire the best person for the job regardless of where they live, not just the best person within a 30-mile radius. Plus, the tech, like better video calls and cloud collaboration, is finally caught up to the point where you can actually get stuff done without being in the same room. It's just a more logical way to live and work.
Okay, clear. Thank you so much. So my next question is, how do digital skills help remote workers?
They're basically the survival kit for the remote life. Without those skills, you're just a person with the laptop who can't figure out how to share their screen or stay organized. Digital skills let you manage your time, collaborate in real time with people in different time zones, and keep your work visible and professional without needing a boss hovering over your shoulder. It's essentially the difference between feeling lost in a virtual void and actually owning your digital workspace.
Thank you so much. So my next question is, what is cloud computing?
Cloud computing is basically just using someone else's powerful computers to do your work. Instead of everything living on your own hard drive, your files and software are stored on massive servers in a data center somewhere. It means you can access your stuff from any device, anywhere, as long as you have an internet connection. It's basically like renting digital space instead of owning the whole building.
Thank you so much. So my next question is, why is cybersecurity important?
Because in the digital world, your data is basically your life. If you've got your money, your identity, and all your private info living on a server, a single leak can be a total nightmare. Cybersecurity is the only thing standing between you and someone halfway across the world emptying your bank account or stealing your identity. It's essentially the lock on your digital front door.
Thank you so much. So my next question is, how can digital skills improve teamwork?
They basically act as a shared language for the team. Instead of wasting time explaining how to use a tool or struggling to find a file, everyone is just aligned on the same systems. It lets people collaborate in real time, even if they're on opposite sides of the planet, and keeps the workflow smooth and transparent. It turns a group of individuals into a synchronized machine.
Okay, thank you so much. So my next question is, what challenges do beginners face?
The biggest one is probably the feeling of being overwhelmed. It's like trying to learn a new language while the world is speaking it at double speed. There's just so many tools, platforms, and updates that beginners often feel like they're already behind before they've even started. Then you have the technical hurdles, like the learning curve of a new software or just the fear of clicking the wrong button and breaking something. It's a lot to take in at once.
Okay, thank you so much. So my next question is, how can people improve their digital skills?
The best way is just to dive in and get your hands dirty. You can't really learn this stuff by just reading a book. You've got to actually use the tools. Whether it's taking a free course online, watching a couple of tutorials, or just starting a side project like a blog or a small online store, the real growth happens when you're trying to solve a problem in real time. Plus, the community is huge, so if you get stuck, there's always a forum or a video that's already solved your exact problem. It's all about curiosity and not being afraid to break a few things along the way.
Thank you so much. So my next question is, what are the benefits of learning new technologies?
It basically makes you future proof. It's the difference between being the person who's confused by the new update and the person who's showing everyone else how to use it. Plus, it keeps your brain sharp because you're constantly adapting to new ways of thinking. In the end, it just gives you way more options in life, whether that's a better paycheck or just a more interesting way to spend your time.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you so much for your answers. So this was our today's session. I hope everyone you enjoyed our session, and I hope Sesame you also enjoy our session. So my last question is, which was my like best question for you?
Man, that was a marathon. I've got to say, I really like the one about digital skills for entrepreneurs. It hit on that idea of using the internet to run small, smart experiments instead of just gambling with your life savings. It's the most practical way to look at the whole thing. You
No,
definitely kept
no,
me on my
a
toes with this.
specific question, a specific question.
Wait, you want me to ask you a specific question now? I'm down for it. What's the vibe? You want something technical or more about
No, no,
how
no, no. Thank you
how
so
you're
much.
planning?
Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz, Allah Hafiz everyone. Allah Hafiz. So this was our today's session. I hope you enjoy our session. So may long live you, your families, and Pakistan. Allah Hafiz everyone.